What's going on, guys? Welcome into the Bulls Report. Before we dive into the huge report that we got that the Bulls have been making calls to the Portland Trail Blazers about guard Damian Lillard, I'm asking for your guys' help. If you guys could help us reach 4,000 subscribers here on the channel, we're only 26 away, so if you guys want to make my day and make me one happy camper, go down there, hit that subscribe button. But right now, let's dive into the latest around the Bulls and Damian Lillard. Welcome into the Bulls Report. My name is Patrick Siepman, and we have a doozy for you guys today, as there was a bombshell report that dropped yesterday late afternoon that the Bulls have been already making calls for the Portland Trail Blazers starting guard Damian Lillard. We've heard the reports all offseason that Dame is most likely going to be heading down to South Beach and teaming up with Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo, but apparently the Bulls are trying to swoop in and be that mystery team to trade for him. Daniel Greenberg actually had the report yesterday, coming from it was actually a Philly article about the Sixers trading for Damian Lillard. But within that article, it said this: the Chicago Bulls have been making calls the last few days trying to get into the Damian Lillard sweepstakes. Again, this is a huge situation that we have unveiling right here, and all I got to say is 3 words: here we go. We heard last offseason, if you guys will go back a little back in time here, last offseason, there was a report that came out that there was a mystery team for Donovan Mitchell, and we heard the reports all offseason. It was Donovan Mitchell, he's heading to the New York Knicks, and then the Cavs came out of nowhere and traded for him. Well, maybe the Bulls could be the mystery team for Dame this year. It's actually Mark J. Spears who broke this a couple days ago, as he said, I'm kind of hearing rumors about another Eastern Conference team that I'm not going to throw out there just yet, talking about Dame and potentially him going somewhere else. So maybe the Bulls were that mystery team. And I'll also say this: the Blazers and Joe Cronin and their ownership, they don't want Dame in Miami. They, I think, have made this crystal clear. I don't think they're happy with Dame, the way he's kind of treated the situation, where pretty much he has said, I am not playing anywhere else besides Miami. And I've honestly, had my own personal thoughts about the way Dame has been handling this, but the Trailblazers don't want to send him there. They will send him anywhere else. They want to send him to the Eastern Conference, to any other team besides the Miami Heat. So at least 14 teams that could potentially land the star guard, and maybe the Bulls are that team. So I started thinking, what could a trade possibly look like? Well, I cooked this up. Obviously, the Bulls would be getting Damian Lillard in this scenario, but the Trailblazers, they're obviously going to want a haul for their star guard. I honestly think this is pretty fair. You give them DeMar DeRozan. You may be saying, well, why would the Trailblazers want DeMar DeRozan? They're having a rebuild. They want to get a bunch of younger guys. Well, DeMar is a solid veteran. He would be a super solid locker room presence for the guys like, obviously Scoot Henderson, Shaedon Sharpe, and the boys. And also just to have a 1-year expiring contract where they could dump him whenever. And honestly, they could end up trading him at the trade deadline just to get DeMar on that 1-year deal. And maybe another team could have, could swoop in and trade for DeMar once he is in Portland. But then I had them getting Patrick Williams. This one would hurt me a lot, but, they're going to want a young talent. And I think from the Blazers side of things, why wouldn't they want Patrick Williams to pair him up with Scoot? Those young, athletic 3-and-D types of players are very valuable. Then also the Bulls would give him the first-round pick from a year ago, Dalen Terry, plus 2 future first-round picks. So I'll ask you guys, would you accept this trade? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments section. A for accept, D for decline. Let me know your thoughts on if you would trade for Damian Lillard and give up DeMar, P-Dub, Dalen Terry, and 2 first-round picks. I think I would pass. Again, I think I would pass. Listen, this team would be a ton of fun to watch. There's no doubt about it. I mean, Damian Lillard is one of the best players that we have seen touch a hardwood and over the last 25 years. I mean, his numbers, they look like video game numbers. We've shown this to you multiple times here on the channel, but Damian Lillard is the true definition of a 30-7 guy, where he's averaging 30 points a game, giving you 7 assists, and he's also incredibly efficient. And he's obviously one of the more clutch players in the NBA again. I mean, Dame, listen, he's incredibly efficient, shooting almost 40% from 3 throughout his NBA career, over 7 assists a game. I think Dame is, Dame has always been one of my funnest players to watch, just because, he crosses across half court. Other defenses have to respect him, very similar to that Steph Curry effect that he has. So I decided to cook up a starting lineup with Damian Lillard. I'll tell you what, this team would be a ton of fun. Damian Lillard at the 1, Zach LaVine at the 2, Caruso at the 3, Torrey Craig at the 4, and Vucevic at the 5. I will say this, a little undersized at the 3 and 4 spot would probably be my biggest complaint with this lineup, But, man, having Levine and Lillard in that backcourt, ooh, man, this team would be so much fun. A ton of fun in the regular season. I mean, the Bulls would probably average 120 points a night with that unit. You also do have solid guards or defenders in Torrey Craig and Alex Caruso in that lineup. Still with guys like Javon Carter, Ayo Dosunmu maybe coming off the bench, which, also Ayo Dosunmu was a guy that maybe you would have to throw in during this trade, that maybe the Trailblazers would want kind of that bench rotation guard, but also Kobe White too. Like, this Bulls team would be pretty solid, but would it be enough? I am not sure. And also with the trade, I'm not sure if this gets it done. Like, we've heard Portland has been incredibly stubborn about trading Dame. They want to get the most they can out of it. I'm not sure if this gets it done, but I'll tell you what, I think this offer is better than any offer the Miami Heat could offer, and I think that's kind of the biggest takeaway from this whole thing. We'll get into more thoughts about Dame here in a second, and specifically Dame and Zach LaVine if they can work well together. But I got to ask you guys, Dame is a top blank player, excuse me, in the NBA. Let me know your guys' thoughts down in the comment section. I'd probably say Dame's around top 15, top 20 right now. Incredible offensive talent. Again, it's just going to see if he can, get it done in the postseason and go on a championship run. But let me know your thoughts. Dame is a top blank player in the NBA. Also, I do want to give a huge shout out to our sportsbook sponsor here at Chat Sports, BetUS. If you guys head to chatsports.com/bet, use promo code CHAT125. You guys will get a 125% deposit bonus today. What does that mean? It means if you put $100 in, they'll give you $125 free to bet with. And right now, the Bulls' season win total is set at 37.5. I'll be for sure taking the over on that. So you guys can either ride me or fade me at chatsports.com/bet. Use the promo code CHAT125. Biggest question about trading for Damian Lillard would be, could him and Zach LaVine work? I don't think the Bulls would trade for Dame and, give up LaVine, but could a backcourt of Damian Lillard and Zach LaVine work? Two offensively really gifted guards, but both have their struggles on the defensive side of the floor. Let's dive into Zach LaVine first. We know Zach LaVine, definition of a three-level scorer, can get it done from three, can get to a spot in the midi, and then obviously with his athletic ability, he's one of the best rim attacking guards that we have in the NBA. But could they complete each other? Could they work? And could they play basketball, at the same time? I think they could, but I do think there would also be a ton of issues with it. Listen, I think the regular season would be fun. I think when the NBA regular season pretty much right now, like if it's a Tuesday night against, I'll take a shot at the Indiana Pacers, just a no-name team, like it's a glorified open gym run. And guys like Dame and Zach LaVine, they excel at games like that, where once they catch that hot hand, they're extremely hard to guard. But there would be problems. And I think the problems would really come to, fruition in the postseason when the game slows down and it's a lot more high pick and roll. Defenses are able to load up a little more and really understand your offensive tendencies. I think it could be fun, but I do think in the postseason it could get ugly. So I think with the Dame trade, I would probably pass. I think this team would be obviously a lot better when you bring in a guy like Damian Lillard, but I would probably pass on the situation. Again, I just don't know if this is a needle mover for the Chicago Bulls, but who knows? Maybe the Bulls decide to take a chance on a guy like Dame and, they say, screw it. We think Dame and LaVine can get it done. I would probably steer away. I would rather have the Bulls, build through guys like Patrick Williams and their young guys and then potentially move off, Levine, DeRozan, and Vooch at the trade deadline this year if it doesn't work out. But we're just going to have to wait and see, and that's why you guys do hit that subscribe button, because I'll tell you what, if the Bulls do trade for Damian Lillard, we're going live here on the channel, 110%. We're going live, going to break down the trade in all full detail here on the channel, so make sure you guys do subscribe. Also, we're going to have watch parties coming your guys' way for the preseason and regular season. If you guys don't know what watch parties are, we go live for the game. I'll give my live play-by-play. We'll crush a couple beers. We'll have a good time. It's the best thing we do here at Chat Sports. Make sure you guys subscribe, stay in the loop, and I'll make sure to catch you guys next time. And as always, go Bulls.